My name is Patrick Godwin. I'm lead developer of Stegosaurus game design company. We are a company that builds games and applications for mobile devices and for PC and hopefully Xbox. We have a game design document, which is a pivotal part to our actual business and our process. Basically what we have is a series of writers and designers who come up with an idea for a game and they document it all in this document here. And so what I as a developer have to do then, after they've written the game design document, is I have to go through and read through these technical specs and all the gameplay features, read about the user interface, and kind of take what the design team has envisioned and actually write code that allows the user to interact with it. I started programming about 4 or 5 years ago on the Microsoft stack using Visual Basic.net back in 2005, actually, 2007 actually. And it was an interesting way to solve problems, I felt. I really enjoyed tinkering with solutions like these and then tweaking a little thing and hey, there's the result right there. And constantly making these changes and tweaks, and I kind of just started exploring it more. So I looked into writing code for games. I looked into writing code for websites. And so I kind of branched out from there and realized I really have a passion for this stuff. And that's what's kept me so close to the field. So these projects are unique in that they leverage rather new platforms. Kinect is a tool that was released in November of 2010. So it hasn't even been out on the market a year yet. And we've seen a lot of developers and a lot of garage enthusiasts basically throw together programs using the hardware. And it's really brought a lot of interesting ideas into the space where you have basically a camera that I can stand in front of like this, and I can point at the screen and it will recognize that. And one of the things my company likes to do is we like to write games for mobile devices. We think that there's a great amount of potential in that market and that people will take advantage of it. And so what's really nice about XNA, the technology that we use to develop a lot of our products, is that it runs on the PC as well as Windows Phone for games. So we can just simply change some of our code to say, instead of using keyboard and mouse, we're going to use touchscreen and accelerometer. And that allows us to really rapidly develop applications for multiple platforms and really get a wider market share, I guess is the idea. Jane McGonigal, a researcher out in California, actually has an interesting perspective on this. And I think it's really interesting to hear what her insight is about games. And she believes that games can be used to solve real world problems, such as poverty, such as disease. Her perspective comes from, she had been injured in a car accident, actually. I believe had received a bit of brain damage and had issues with motor skills. And she went through rehab through gaming, actually. So these games helped her regain full motor capacity, or just an incredible recovery. And she started researching more and more about it and realized that throughout history, people, when an issue is presented as a challenge rather than an issue, people are more likely to try and solve it. For example, she was talking about how they presented a protein folding challenge as a puzzle game, where you have to solve a protein folding situation, where you have to fold proteins and contribute to research at, say, like a place like Stanford, who then use that to research diseases. And they actually found that by having humans work with it and just play as a game, they were folding proteins faster than clustered networks of computers could. And just because of the way humans are able to think as opposed to a computer. They can go through a set of rules to fold something, but we're able to problem solve and really able to dynamically adjust to each puzzle.
Okay.
So that's why I think that gaming can really play an interesting role in society.